Hello, and welcome to Apple Blossom and You. I'm your host, Sarah, known as Apple Blossom SF on Ravelry and Instagram.
And I'm your co-host, Matt, known as Navy1990 on Ravelry and mfranklin1990 on Instagram.
Welcome, friends. We're so
Welcome
glad
back.
that you joined us today. And we'd like to say a quick thank you to all the new YouTube subscribers. Y'all are awesome. We are at 201 now, so we're so excited. We never imagined that that many people would be subscribed to us.
No kidding. I didn't know that 200 people would want to watch us.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
Well, apparently we're going to be showing some outtakes during this episode. This is our 7th attempt to do the introduction. I'm glad I'm not laughing at this point.
Yeah, we actually had to stop and take a couple minutes just to
Stop
stop
laughing. So I'll probably put the outtakes in the end credits, because if I put them in the beginning credits, y'all might be a little confused.
Yeah.
So we'll share our outtakes, and I hope you guys will enjoy those too. So let's jump right into In the Apple Basket.
No.
Oh, around the apple.
Around the apple orchard.
Must be one of those days for me.
It is.
Around the
apple orchard. The basket comes later. So, we had VKN
Yep,
last Saturday night.
Yep, we had a wonderful time.
Yes, we did.
We had a lot of fun.
We had 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5?
6.
5, 6.
6. Which was
Yeah.
awesome.
It was awesome. There was West Coast, East Coast, Midwest, England, Canada. So
So we were all over the place, which was
multinational, all about the VKN. It was a good time.
Mm-hmm. And our next VKN will be next Saturday, October 4th. We will be having that one from 8 to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yep.
So we hope that you guys can join us for that one.
And forgive us if I'm eating breakfast. I may wait and eat breakfast.
No, it's called Get Up Early and Then Eat Breakfast.
There's no get up early.
I'll make you a shake.
Okay.
Then you can drink your breakfast.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll even put coffee in it, and you won't have to have coffee.
Ooh.
Because you'll just have coffee and breakfast all in one shake.
Okay. As long as there's coffee, I'm okay.
Well, this week has been interesting, I guess would be a good way to say
It's
it.
been busy.
Yeah,
We've been really busy
had a lot
this week.
going on this week. I did a lot of cleaning this week, and I went down and I visited our new baby puppy, which I will put new pictures of Doc in. He is so tiny. He fits in the palm of my hand. He's so small.
He's only, 4 weeks old?
He was 4 weeks old. So he's still got he won't be home for another 3.5, 4 weeks. He won't be ready till October 21st. So we're really excited. But he was just so sweet. I picked him up and I held him close. And the first thing he did is he turned his little head to the side and just kind of snuggled in. And I loved that. I was like, oh, he melts my heart. So we were really excited about that. And of course, I pulled a famous Sarah move when it comes to dogs.
Uh-huh.
I went down with the intention of getting one dog, and we are coming home with 2 dogs. But London, we're bringing home London, which is Doc and Harvey's mom. She's 4 years old. She's retiring, and she is just the sweetest, most lovable dog. So I am really, really excited to add her to our pack, which our pack is now very large. We have 10 Shih Tzus now.
Yeah. Doc in London will make 10.
Yeah, so it's really a lot of work for me, but I love them. They're my children. I've always wanted a big family, and unfortunately I couldn't physically have a big family, so I have my large family. They're just mostly 4-legged.
Yeah.
But I do love them, so I'm excited. I'll put pictures of London into, she's just so sweet. She came over and she just loved on me when I got to meet her. So it'll be really nice. And she will be spayed before she comes home, which is awesome because then I don't have to worry about that. It'll just be taken care of. Well, no, we couldn't anyway.
No new puppies. No.
She's retiring, and I'm not in the puppy business. As much as I love puppies, I don't have the heart to be a breeder. I would be too attached to all of them. And if something were to happen, which things happen when you breed, I have bred rabbits before. So I know that there's heartache that comes with that, and I just don't want to do that. So no. We just get to love on them and enjoy them and have fun with them.
Plus, we'd have to have a vet around here that is good. And
we don't.
We don't have a good vet.
Our new vet is actually in Wilmington, so it's an hour and 20 minutes away. Which he's wonderful. He's very wonderful with Harvey. I can't wait to officially meet him. I have not officially met him yet.
No.
But we will meet him in the next month or so because we got to take Doc down, and we've got to take Pippin down, and he needs to get fixed. So it's time to get back to getting everybody fixed. We have half now. We will have half when London comes home too. So we're halfway done.
Yeah.
That's the expensive part. The first year is the most expensive part with the puppies because you got the puppy shots and you've got,
you gotta get them spayed or neutered.
Yeah. And after that, they're much cheaper.
Yeah.
Feeding them is the easy part. Grooming them is the easy part because I do all that myself, so I don't have to pay for that. Could you imagine our grooming bill if we had to send 10 dogs out?
Figure an average grooming is $50 for a good.
For an all-over groom, including bath, ears.
For a full-on, like a salon day for the dog, is $50. Now, 10 dogs, that's $500.
And they go every 4 to 6 weeks.
Right. So you figure once a month, $500.
That's insane.
Sarah didn't spend that much on all the equipment.
No.
So
no, I didn't.
You groom them one time, and
I've already paid for my equipment.
And you've paid for the equipment.
I need to get a couple other pieces. I need to get some extra blades, and I want to get a smaller face trimmer because the one I've got is a little big.
We got to talk to the guy down the street.
Yeah, he sharpens.
He sharpens clippers and knives and stuff.
I want to get extra blades. Anyway, I want 2 replacement blades, so I have 3. I use a number 10 blade the most, so it would be in my best benefit to have that. And then I should probably start saving for a new set of clippers because I'll probably need new clippers in the next couple of years. My clippers are only a year old, and I've got really nice ones, but they don't last forever either. And at this point, when you're grooming 10, I'm close to doing what a groomer does.
Yeah.
Close. I probably do what they do in just a few days, but still, it's going to wear out my clippers eventually.
Oh, yeah.
But I love it. It's fun. I enjoy it.
Thursday, we had the auditions.
Yep.
We talked about last week.
Yep.
Sarah and Madison and I all auditioned for Music of the Season.
That is not my forte.
The predictions from last week, we got 1 right, 1 wrong.
What were our predictions from last week?
Well, we predicted I would get in.
Mm-hmm.
We predicted Maddie would get in. And we weren't sure about you at the time.
Yeah. I got up on stage and I totally froze and forgot how to sing.
Oh, she got nervous.
I couldn't even sing. My voice was shaking so bad. So I have learned, well, I knew this in advance, that I am not really a get on stage person. I enjoy singing. I like singing in a choir, but I'm not a solo person at all. So I got up there and I totally choked. But
And she got done and she says, I didn't make it.
No, I knew as soon as I made it into my song like 45 seconds and she had stopped me. So, and I knew even before then that I hadn't made it. And I was just trying to do my best. I was so nervous. But I'm proud of myself because I almost didn't go to the audition. I almost said, you know what? I'm not going to make it. Why even bother? I'm not feeling confident about it. And I went through anyway, so that counts for brownie points.
It does, and I'm proud of you for getting up there and doing it.
Yeah, and Maddie didn't make it in either.
Nope.
She,
which surprised all three of us.
We were kind of surprised. But, you know, Maddie's category, they had 5 spots open and like 16 or 17 kids auditioned. So
yeah, they had more people under the age of 19 that tried out
than they had over 19. Yeah.
So there was 7 or 8 guys that tried out, adult guys. I made it.
Yep.
Yay.
Yep.
So I get to do that.
I'm excited.
We start rehearsals Tuesday. So there's 2.5 hours every night. Well, not every night. Two nights a week, with the exception of 2 weeks where we have 3 rehearsals.
I don't think you'll be getting much knitting done.
Oh. Yeah, not like when I was there for Maddie's rehearsals and just being able to sit there. But I went up and I did my contemporary song first, and between last Saturday and Thursday, I changed my mind on my traditional one, I don't know, 10 or 12 times. So I went with Little Drummer Boy, and I did my contemporary first, shaking. My hands were shaking.
It's not easy to get up there.
I get done, and she calls me back to her where she was sitting at and asked what my second song was. And I told her, and she goes, "Is it with music?" I said, "No, I'm going to do it a cappella." And so when she did callbacks for second songs, she got me up there, and I started singing, and then she kind of joined in just to see if I could maintain my pitch and, you know, being able to harmonize and things like that.
Yeah.
But got the email Friday, and she told me in the email, she says, if you feel it's a little too weird that you're in and Sarah and Madison are not, let me know, and no harm done if you want to drop out. But Sarah and Maddie are very encouraging and told me, you know what, go for it.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going to do.
Yep. And then yesterday we had our small group. It was our last one in our current study before we start the fusions. We had a great night, even though the DVD didn't play. We were able to just kind of recap, and we looked at the guideline book, and we kind of stuck to it. We kind of didn't. We enjoyed sharing just experiences of what we've learned and how we've grown through the whole process of conflict resolution. And yesterday also was the day that I practiced the first tier, or a tier. I did an 8-inch tier because that's what I wanted to do. But it was still practicing all the techniques for the wedding cake. It went really well. I learned a lot. I am going to do one more practice cake next week. And I'm also next week, I've got to start baking the tiers and get them in the freezer. I do also need to order one more container of 5-pound container of fondant, as I think I'm going to be a little short. I decided that the middle tier was a 10-inch tier. It was supposed to be 4 inches. I think I need to make it 6 to make the design balance out right. And I think the top layer needs to be 6 too. But it's a 6-inch one, so a 6, I don't know. I'll have to look at it more as I bake it. I'll be able to judge better. But the middle one definitely needs to be a 10-inch because it's got these long, beautiful leaves on it. And the only way to achieve that is to have a much taller cake.
How thick are the layers?
They're 2 inches.
2 inches.
Roughly.
So.
Because my.
What if.
2-layer 8-inch cake was like 3.5 inches tall.
I'll see. We have a bunch of styrofoam at work. I can bring you styrofoam and we can stack.
That would be so cool.
And I think they're right about 2 inches thick. And then we could stack it and kind of look and see.
Well, I already know that the middle layer needs to be a 10-inch. There's just no way around it. Just has to be done. But it was fun. Like I said, I learned a lot. I'm still waiting to hear back from the bride to see if she thinks that the colors are okay. There's one color on there that I changed to fit her wedding colors that I'm personally not happy with. She may absolutely adore it. And the overall effect of the cake was beautiful. It was on Instagram, and of course I'll show it here too. It was good. It was really good. It was able to do a good taste test. I had done it with, it's a butter cake. It's just a butter cake. And then the wedding cake, excuse me. The weather is changing, and it's messing with my sinuses. So I'm not sick, but I'm not well either, I guess is a good way to say it.
Yeah.
Just changing over, and I'm wonky is a good word for it. But anyway, the wedding cake will have a strawberry filling in the middle.
Yes.
I'm toying with the idea of getting extra strawberries before I do the practice cake and trying and getting some cream and seeing, I think a strawberry cream would be better than like the strawberry jelly filling that I was thinking. It might add a nice lighter layer to the cake, because the cake is like, it's a pound cake basically. It's a buttered pound cake. And it needs to be a fairly dense cake anyway, because I've got so many tiers. I need the dense.
Heavy.
It's going to be heavy, so it needs to be a denser cake to support the weight. But it's a very delicious cake. I love this cake. Can't eat the cake.
No.
But I
had it for breakfast.
Yeah, so did Maddie. And then I covered it. It's covered in chocolate fondant, and I made a chocolate frosting. And the ladies loved it. But the guys were like, it's a little rich. So I think when I do my practice cake, and I did take 2 bites, even though I shouldn't. But the best way for me to judge is actually to eat it, even though it's not on diet, and I really shouldn't eat it anyway because I have gluten issues, intolerances, so it's not like I was way sick. But I need to actually taste it to try it, to perfect it. So I've got one more practice cake to do, of my own accord, of course. And I'm really, really, really excited. This is going to be so much fun. This will be my biggest, most intricate cake.
It'll be stressful.
No, I'm really not stressing it this time. I have my plan.
But
I've got it all planned out.
You'll still have a little bit of stress and all that.
Maybe. I've not asked for help. The last time I did a wedding cake was the first time I've done a wedding cake, and I had some help. And that was a little bit more stressful because I didn't know what I was getting into.
Yeah.
Now I know exactly what I'm getting into, and now that I've done a practice cake, and my practice cake took me 4 hours of active decorating yesterday. So now I can adjust my time schedule for how I want to do it. And I'm going to pre-bake all the cakes, I hope this week. And I'm going to get them in the freezer so that all I have to do is defrost them at the beginning of the week and then make the buttercream and ice them. I think it would be too much to bake and do all the decorations in an entire week. I need to have cut a little bit of corners with it just for ease of myself.
Oh, yeah.
Because I've got to make the filling too. And it's not hard. None of this, well, I personally don't think it's hard. Others may think it's hard. But for me, it's not hard. But it does take time.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to make it easy on myself. And we will not have a podcast the Saturday of October 18th. Because that's the wedding. That's the day that we are going to the wedding, and I'm delivering the cake and all that. So we may attempt to record on October 19th.
We might.
In between church and youth group. Maybe we can give a short update. But if not, you will see us the following week for sure.
THM update.
I lost some more weight this week, and I hit my first huge goal. I had small goals, but my first big goal, the goal that I set for myself, even before I started THM, it was always my goal, was to get down back to 222 pounds, which is what I weighed the week after Madison was born. And I hit that this week.
Almost 16 years ago.
Yep. And I also hit 75 pounds lost the next day. I bounced back up a couple pounds. Well, 1 pound. So I'm not quite at 75. And depending on the day, I'm between 221 and 222, which is normal. So I'm excited. So I've lost all the weight I gained after being pregnant with Emma, and all the weight from being pregnant with Emma. And now I'm working on...
You said Emma twice.
Yeah, I gained weight after Emma, and all the weight that I gained while pregnant with Emma.
Oh, okay. I got you.
So...
Yeah, me confused.
Yeah, so I'm so excited to be losing baby weight. My current goal is to get to 160 pounds, which means I now have 61 pounds to go. But I'm toying with the idea of getting back down to the weight I was when we met, which was 145. I don't know if that's going to be so practical, but it would be really cool because if I got to 145, I will have lost 150 pounds. So I will have lost more weight than I actually weigh, which would be neat to say.
You'd be over 50%.
Yep, which would be really cool to say.
Yeah.
Oh, we've rambled on a lot. What else do we've got? Or are we moving on to the next section?
You want to talk about your new thing?
What new thing?
Your new pattern thing?
No, I'm going to do that
Later.
because it's a finished object.
Okay. Then we're done with the orchard.
Yay! We're back on track.
We're on track now.
All right, apple picking party. This section is going to be a big section because we have a lot going on. We have prizes to share and show. We have new Knitalong starting. We have one wrapping up. So I'm really excited. We are wrapping up our Outlandish Knitalong. There's still time. You can do 1 of 3 patterns. I am a failure on this Knitalong. Just a big fat fail. But I'm getting really excited because we're starting our new Knitalong, which is going to run through the rest of the year. It starts October 1st. We will be doing a Martina Bem Knitalong, so you can do any of her patterns. I haven't picked out which one I want to do. I have 3 that I'm looking at. That would be really fun to do. We have some wonderful prizes for that. And we can go ahead and we can share those prizes now. What we have done. Matt will be donating a shawl pin.
Yep. Handmade wood shawl pin.
I will be donating a button.
Okay.
Or a project bag. And possibly some buttons as well. I want to see how many people join in before I decide to commit to the buttons. And we have been lovingly given a pattern to give away.
Yes.
Which you need to pull up, which is why I was pointing at you.
All I gotta do is go hit a couple buttons. Boom. It's up.
And this pattern is by Desi, SSK of Desi Loop. It is called...
The Happily Ever After Beanie.
Yes, and it's a beautiful hat. And it would be perfect for our February knit-along. Come on, twist back over.
Just hold it still for a second. There you go.
So there is the lovely hat pattern.
I love the cable.
Yeah, it's very, very nice. It looks like a fun knit.
And I'm a hat person anyway. So.
And you pull it. Notes. Technology is not my friend today, apparently.
There we go.
SSK has also given us a coupon code that we can give to all of you guys so that you guys can get a percentage off on patterns. I think what it works is you can put any 2 or more patterns in your cart, and then you can use our coupon code and you will get 1 pattern for free. This coupon code is good from October 1st through
the end of the year.
December 31st. And the coupon code is ABE.
OND.
OND 2014. And I will link it. You'll see it at the bottom of the screen. And I will also link it in our group under this week's post about this episode as well, so that you guys can go and you can grab that.
Yeah, she has some really, really cool looking patterns.
Yes, I'm excited. I need to go and look through hers because I want to buy a couple as well.
Yeah.
Another thing I want to mention about our knit-alongs before I forget, you must be a member of the group in order to win a prize, which is another incentive to come over and join the group. We have some wonderful prizes coming in.
Yeah, we do.
And I'm so excited, and I hope that, we will have so much fun with all these. Also, we will announce the winner. You have 3 weeks, 3 episodes, so basically about, what does it work out to be? The week I announce it and 3 more weeks, so it works out to be about a month to claim your prize. Unfortunately, as much as I'd like to chase down everybody and remind them that they have a prize, I don't have time for that. So please, if you're going to enter, watch the episodes. We're pretty easy about when we know when the prize is going to be given.
Yeah.
So just watch the episodes and claim your prize because we want to share those with you.
So basically for this month's Apple Basket, you'll have the month of November, or October.
We'll announce the first. We'll announce
basically
the
month
Apple
of
Basket.
October.
Yeah, we'll announce the Apple Basket for September.
And the Outlandish.
On the 4th. The Outlandish Knitalong is for November. It'll be announced in November.
Oh, that's right, because it goes through October.
Yep, so the prize you'll have the month of November to claim or the month of October to claim for September, and the month of November to claim for the Outlander. And then our Martina Ben, the prize will be awarded at the first of the year. So you pretty much have the month of January. And January's knit-along will be the Lawrence knit-along. We will be doing that with Denise of Knitting Den. And a lovely lady who wishes to remain anonymous has donated 2 gorgeous skeins of yarn. I need to go and buy some of this yarn for myself because I am not literally drooling. Trust me, not literally drooling.
Not right this second. She was.
But I am drooling. This one lucky winner is absolutely going to love this yarn. It is called Metallico. It is by Blue Sky Alpacas. This has got no dyes. It's all natural. It's a shimmering blend of 50% baby alpaca and 50% raw silk. And this color is called Gold Dust. There's 2 skeins. They're 50-gram skeins. Each skein has 147 yards, and it is done on a US 3-5 with a gauge of 5 to 6 inches, and it is hand washed.
So what's that make it? Fingering?
Yeah.
Light fingering, maybe?
Yeah, it's fingering to sport. So you can make a lovely cowl.
And it's so soft. Oh my god.
So yummy, squishy, yummy. And we have a wonderful bag, a nice bag that it is going to go right back into because I want to keep it nice. Alpaca tends to fuzz up, and I don't want it to be too fuzzy. So thank you to the lovely lady who donated this.
We do appreciate it.
Yes, we do. And I love the fact that she wanted to remain anonymous. That is so cool.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's all that we have for Apple Pick and Party.
That is it. Checking my notes.
So now we are on to In the Apple Basket. The finished
Guess what?
objects.
I don't have one.
No, he doesn't.
I will next week, though, because this one's going to be done.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show these and talk a little bit about the buttons, and then I'll go into my other finished object. I did a few more buttons this week. Not as many as I wanted to. I worked a lot on my next project. But I've done, my little cardboard. I did a pink button. And I should have had these out, but I didn't. I'm totally unprepared today. And It's a baby bluish, mintish, greenish color. It's not showing up very well. But it's not either baby blue or mint. It's really close to both.
Kind of like a sea foam.
It's sea foam. It's perfect. I did some stripy ones. Oh, those are from last week, but those are for size references. I did some little swirly ones.
I like the swirl.
I like the swirl ones too. They're really fun to
I think
make.
that's the style I want for
Your Ranger?
whenever I finish my Ranger.
I can work on making those. Come on, focus.
I'm trying to focus on the finger.
Yeah. Let me try a different button. They're pretty dark. They've got white, black, and gray, so it may not want to focus on the color. Maybe, hopefully, this one will show up better. There we go. That one's showing up better. And it's got sparkle in it, which is really cool. I like the sparkly ones. I did another swirly one. And this one I didn't glaze because it reminded me of an ice cream sundae or milk chocolate. I can't see. Is it focusing?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the milk chocolate one. And where's the last one? So some of these I'll glaze and some of them I won't, depending on the finish, because shining buttons are nice, but sometimes a nice matte finish is lovely too.
And I think that's what I want to do with my Rangers, is do a matte.
A matte finish?
Yeah.
All right, and then
I
I
don't
did
think
chocolate.
I don't think the shine would look right on.
And let me get one of these so that I have a size range out. I hope to get the shop going, hopefully, this week. Maybe it'll have to be next week. I know Matt's going to be busy with practice and I'm going to be busy with wedding cake, but I'm going to attempt to get it up and going by the next podcast anyway. We have decided how we're going to do our buttons. For now, it will change and our prices will change a bit as we get more complicated buttons going. And remember, right now, all my buttons are hand rolled. That will be changing hopefully in the next month or so. We got to get some other things done first before I can get my little sheeter that I want to do. But I am enjoying this. We have 3 different size buttons for now. And I'm going to play with some other shapes. I got some new cutters, so I'll have to play with those. But we have, let me pull this one is a good one. This size is our 1-inch button. And our 1-inch buttons will be $1 a piece. And I'll list them. So if I have, like this one, I have 2. So it'll be, I have 2 available. So if you want both, you can purchase both. And my pink one, I have 6 available. So you can purchase 1, you can purchase 2, 6, however many you want. Then we have our next size is 5/8 of an inch, which is this size. So it's a little bit bigger than a 1/2 inch. And then we have what I like to call a baby button size, which is 1/2 inch. So those are our 1/2 inch. Our 5/8 inch buttons will be 75 cents each, and our 1/2 inch buttons will be 50 cents a piece. So I think that was about a good price that we found. Of course, as we get into doing some more complicated ones, which will come with practice, and depending on how fancy they get, the prices will change accordingly to the technique that goes into these. These are all, so far, pretty simple buttons.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of more colors that I want to get, so I'm going to try and get a good range of colors going so that you guys have some selection. And I haven't figured out shipping yet, but I think shipping is going to be fairly cheap for buttons.
Oh, yeah.
It can't be that expensive.
Even if nothing else, we use a little padded envelope.
Well, I have padded envelopes, but
Yeah.
they might even be able to go in. No, I don't think I want to send them in a regular envelope.
No, because then you risk breakage.
Yep, I don't want to do that, but in a padded envelope. That'd be good. And it's going to be one of those things where buying one button probably isn't very practical.
No.
But we should be able to fit bunches of buttons in big packages, and they'll come in little baggies like this.
And I'm sure if you contact us and say, hey, I want one button, but it needs to be 1.5 inches, 2 inches, just as like a decorative thing for a cowl.
Yeah, and I plan
or
to do
something
some
like
other
that.
sizes too. It's just a matter of finding the cutters or the molds. I want to get some molds and do some fancy ones too. So that's our buttons. And then I have a lovely finished object, which is the only thing that I've worked on all week. It's a new pattern, a brand new design. I have designed the shawl for Wendy of Silly Fruit of the Sassy Pants Knitter podcast.
Cowl.
It's a cowl. You're right. What did
Not
I
a
say?
shawl.
I did say shawl.
You said shawl. But that's okay.
I was thinking S, and shawl came out. Well, anyway, this cowl pattern is lovingly designed for Wendy Silly Fruit. As many of you know, she has hairy cell leukemia, and she is going through chemotherapy now. All proceeds from the sale of this pattern, which will be available by time you see this podcast.
Yes.
And I think I decided that the price is going to be $350 for the pattern. So all proceeds after what Ravelry takes and after what PayPal takes will be donated to Wendy's Fund Me page. And I think I'm going to donate in $30 increments. Unless, of course, I don't make $30. But the minimum that I am going to be donating regardless will be $30. All proceeds between today and December 31st will be going to Wendy.
Fight it, girl.
Yep, and then she's going to rock it. This is called Love and Laughter. And the name is representative of Wendy as well because she is so full of love. And she's bright and fun and just a wonderful, strong lady. She is such an encouragement to me with everything that she does and the journey that she's been on to get healthy by losing weight. We've both started at about the same time, so I really enjoy watching her progress, and I know that she is going to rock chemotherapy and be strong and
crushing it.
Just come out the other side even more amazing than she already is. And I adore you, and I am honored to be able to design the shawl for you. So I picked a nice yarn, which I have my tag. Let me get it. I had it hidden from the dogs. I am using Unwind Yarn Company's Journey Sock, which is 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon. It was 400 yards. The colorway is from the Two Crafty Girls Club from April 2013.
Fiera de Valencia.
Yeah. And this is a big
I was the foreign language person in school.
He pronounces all the funny names. I can't pronounce them. I can't pronounce names very well at all. So this is the Love and Laughter cowl. It is a nice big cowl. I'm going to fold it again and bring it forward so you can see the pattern. It was a fast knit. It only took me a couple days. So there is it. And the lime green's not showing up very well. But there's the stitch pattern. I love it. It turned out so beautifully. And it's a nice long one, so you can wear it as a single loop, or you can comfortably wear it as a nice double loop. And when I say comfortable, I mean comfortable because I don't do turtlenecks, and this is comfortable to me. And most double loops, I feel like being choked. So when I can say that it's comfortable, it really is comfortable. So I'm so excited. we're going, as soon as we record, we're going to go out and snap pictures so that the pattern will be available later today. And I'm going to be sending this particular cowl to Wendy. And I
just because
know
the colors are so representative of her.
I picked it. This is the closest I had in my stash to rainbow. But I know she loves bright and fun colors, and this is definitely bright and fun. This pattern is, like I said, it's a fast knit. It's a simple knit. I had no problem knitting on this watching TV.
Oh, yeah.
You do have to focus some, but it's not a ton of focus like you would have if you were doing lace or cables while watching TV. So it goes pretty fast in sections. I'm so happy with how it turned out. I love it. And I picked something purposely that was on the more simple side and with texture. Wendy loves things that have texture. And for me, if I was designing a cowl for me, I would want lace or cables or something really intricate. And Wendy is just a nice, easygoing, laid-back person. So that, to me, was the other reason why I picked the stitch pattern that I picked, is because I wanted it to represent her. And I hope that you guys will enjoy this pattern as well. I'm excited to be able to do something to help Wendy and donate to her fund. And this is the way that I can afford to do that. I know that Highland Handmaids and Unwind Yarn Company are doing specific Wendy Frew colors. I've ordered mine already, my Frew Juice from Highland Handmaids, and I think that
Fruit juice.
I will have to make another one of these cowls in my Fruit Juice. I think that's what my plan is. And I want to make one in a solid color. This would look good in variegated. It would look really good. I even think it would look good in self-striping. The only thing is it's really long. So I don't know how it's too long to use an actual self-striping. But if you chose to make your own stripes, to make it striping would be great. So it's perfect for variegated. It's perfect for solids or tonals. This pooled a little bit, but I loved the way that it pooled.
I like when you put it on, hold it lengthwise. Just not this way, but this way.
This way? It doesn't even fit all on the camera.
I know, but look at the way it.
And like I said, it pooled,
the groups.
But it's because it's really long. Do we have can you hand me the tape measure right there, and I'll measure it so I can tell you guys more about it.
There you go.
It is.
Yep.
I know. My tape measure's curling. I need a new one. It's a fifth.
Hang on.
Folded in half, it's 25 inch.
About 26.
So that double
52 around.
52 around, and it is 6.5 inches deep. So it's a nice, good size cowl, and it's a one skein project, which is wonderful. I am going to make one change from the sample into the pattern. Mine is curling a bit. I have blocked it. So I will write in some extra rows so that yours will not do that. I'm estimating my skein was 400 yards, and I used all but 24 yards. So I'm estimating that you need a skein that's about 415 to about 425. So most sock yarns should do this skein. And it's an easy enough pattern repeat that you can change to suit your needs if you don't want to do the patterns as deep. You can also, if you want to make it shorter and you want to figure out the stitch count, you can contact me and I will help you with that as well. So Love and Laughter will be available today, now. So if you wish to help Wendy in her fight, go ahead and purchase the pattern.
Fight the leukemia, girl.
And I did ask permission from Wendy to do this, so this is not something that I have just done on my own because I felt like it. And like I said, all proceeds are going to
She knows something coming.
Yeah, she hasn't seen this yet. So I'm hoping she's watching, and I'm going to post it as soon as the pattern is available. I'll post it and tag it.
Yeah.
So she knows that I'm doing a cowl. She just hasn't seen it. And like I said, this is the only thing I've worked on this week because I wanted to get it done by this podcast. So I have nothing else.
Knit
I have nothing else.
since Monday.
So that's all for in the apple basket. And we'll
Actually, quite a lot.
Yeah, we'll move on to blooming apples, and that's all him. Because I have none.
That's all me, because our blooming apple got picked and put in a basket.
Yep.
Okay. The wonderful Ranger.
Still numbered.
Yeah, I'm still failing on that one. Excuse me. Let me see. I got all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Still working on my Miami socks from Wisdom Yarns. Are they universal?
Yes.
Okay. Which I didn't know.
Wisdom Yarns, Universal Yarn, Fiber Natura, they're all the same company. And Premier actually is all universal as well. Premier is the big box line. So
I don't know all that stuff.
I knew it from working in a yarn shop. So, and they're a local company. They're in Charlotte. So
Yeah, they're in North Carolina.
they're one of the ones I know more about.
I'm still busting out the Gilbert scarf. I have to redo my
Your cheat sheet.
my cheat sheet on my iPad. I updated to the new iOS version 8.
Which the first update was horrible. The second one seems to be better.
Yeah. Well, when I did the iOS 8 update, it wiped out most of my notes. Show notes
it wiped
disappeared.
all of my notes out. I was not happy with that
Wiped
update.
out my cheat sheet for this.
All my apps were crashing. It's so far the new
But
fix seems to be doing well.
I am using
Vanna's Choice.
That's right. In the navy colorway. I worked on it last week during the VKN. So there's my little dicky-doo from last podcast. So I got another, 3 inches, 3 or 4 inches. That's like my VKN project. But I'm going to have to step it up because the Knitalong with Daisy Creations for the Anne of Green Gables that I'm knitting that for, I have a month. So I'm going to have to try to knock that out. But I lose 2 nights a week knitting because of rehearsals. And then I decided, you know what, as it's getting that time of year and I like wearing hats when it's cold, because I always keep my hair short. Even in winter, I keep my hair short.
He has a fro if he grows it too long.
Yeah, if I
It's
grow
very
it too long,
curly.
it's curly. So it's
He gets
usually
poofy hair.
if I can start grabbing it, it's too long. So it's actually getting to the point.
Yeah,
Another
just
week
about
or
time.
so. Another week or so, I'll have to cut
I need
it.
a haircut too.
But I decided to cast on the Bankhead hat by Susie Gorley. I think that's how you pronounce it. And this is, hang on,
That's
hang on,
Cascade,
Cascade
220.
220. I was getting there. And it's just, they don't do colors, do they?
No, it's charcoal gray.
Yeah.
My favorite color. That is my favorite
It's the
skein
only
of Cascade
skein-
220.
It's the only skein I had that really jumped out at me for doing a hat.
It's
So,
not super wash though.
I don't care. I don't wash my hats.
Well, hand wash it.
I have like 10 hats and I've never washed any of them. I just don't. Ooh, my yarn's falling apart. So those are my projects. That's my blooming apples.
I think that's pretty much
There.
all we have.
They're caught up. So you will see some outtakes from our misadventures at the beginning. Horrible.
It's just one of those days.
Yeah, we had quite a few.
Yeah. Fun. It's still
Yeah.
fun. Even though
Like Sarah said earlier, If you're not part of the Ravelry group, come over and join us.
And if you introduce yourself in the Ravelry introduction section of our group, we will give you a shout out on the podcast.
Yep. And any questions?
Yep. We have a questions thread.
We have a THM thread.
Yeah.
For you and the others that.
Although I've been so busy, I haven't really been active very much in that thread. However, if you do ask me a question, I will respond to you usually
she's
within
usually
a few hours.
Pretty good about that.
I just haven't had time to sit down and really chat about THM. It's been a crazy few weeks. So.
If you're not a subscriber on YouTube, jump on over and subscribe.
We'd love that.
And like she said, if you're you can only get that wonderful yarn and anything else if you're part of the group.
Although maybe we'll have to do a YouTube giveaway just for YouTube.
We could do that.
We could randomly pick one of our subscribers. Should we do a YouTube giveaway when we get to 250 or 300?
250.
250.
So YouTube giveaway at 250.
We get 250 subscribers. We will randomly pick one of our subscribers, and
works for
to
me.
Figure it out. We'll have to come up with a way.
Because I'm a subscriber.
Well, you wouldn't be eligible, so maybe we'll have to get 251. You can't win a prize.
It's not fair.
So,
I'm a subscriber.
But I can't go here. That just wouldn't be right. I mean, what would be the point of doing that? So we'll come up with a prize for that. Maybe some buttons or something.
Something.
I'll give away like a set of 4 or 6 buttons.
Yeah, something.
Three, somewhere from 3 to 6 buttons. Because 3 is a good number for a sweater too.
Yeah.
You know what you're doing.
And join the group.
Yeah.
Join the YouTube channel. Sorry about last week's. If you watch it on your TV, I watched it this morning. And
we didn't save in HD last week.
Yeah, we were in a hurry because we had the VKN that night, and it was at a lower quality.
And I wasn't happy with the lower quality either.
No, so we're going back to the HD.
It is worth it, even though it takes sometimes as long to save.
It takes forever to save it, but it's better.
Yeah.
You know, it's one thing to take a large picture and shrink it down. It's completely different to take a small picture like you would have on an iPad or your laptop or whatever and expand it to a 40-inch television. It becomes very pixelated and just
not happy
the quality's not good. So we go HD so that
it looks great no matter how you're watching it.
Yeah, because we watch all of our podcasts on the television. I
watch occasionally on my iPad, but for the most part, we watch together on the TV.
Yeah, so
it's the easiest way. So since we watch all the same podcasts anyway.
So to all our friends that aren't feeling well and going through stuff, Wendy and Dan and everybody else, keep up the fight. You'll make it through it.
And we will see you guys
that is it.
next week.
That's it.
So bye for now.
Bye, y'all.